Yes, finally, we are live now, folks. Hey, folks, this is me, Vishwas Nair. I'm the host of the show, and we have been adopting Elastic in different form factors, right? We want it in our production environment. We want to understand more of our logs, and this is where Elastic comes into the picture. And frequently, I've been this fan of Elastic because I'll say you why. Because Elastic is one of a product which has been influential in all your ETL pipelines. Like I asked somebody about an ETL pipeline, you know what? They come up with some solution which is there in Elastic, and I feel so glad that these people are architecting something for us. And Ashish is one of those developer advocates in the Elastic, where developer advocates have a huge impact from Elastic, by the way, because these are the folks in the community who go to the customers, who go to the people, make sure that they understand the technology, and that's the best part about it. And we are glad to host Ashish on our show. Thank you so much for being on our show, sir. Means a lot.
Thanks, Yashas, for a wonderful introduction, and it's a totally pleasure of mine to be present here and to collaborate with the Build Piper community. So it's a great field. It's going to be a great experience. I'll try my level best to clear some basic concept of the Elastic and available for any kind of question and answer. So everyone who is watching us, please feel free to use a chat to post your questions, and we will take mid of the session or end of the session.
That's fine. So let's get it started. So I think I've shared your screen now, so we can go live.
Yeah, just a minute.
Got
Okay,
it.
cool. So, Vishwas, can you confirm?
Yeah,
Slides
I'm
is
able to
visible,
see your
right?
screen. Yes, I'm able to see your screen.
Perfect. So, is it good to go, right? I'm starting. So,
Yep,
hi
you
all.
can.
This is Ashish. Of course, I'm a senior developer advocate working in Elastic. Uh, so it's first of all, it's a very great field to be here and communicate, like collaborating with the Build Piper community and you folks. So today we are going to have some going to see the some basic overview of Elastic stacks, how they are work, how Elasticsearch, what is Elasticsearch basically, and Kibana, and the sum of beats and integration kind of things. So yes, I have a something demo. I have prepared demo as well. I hope you will find very excited. Okay, so let's get started. So today's agenda is why Elastic, like why you need Elastic. Okay, we will see what is the need of Elastic, and we quickly going to have a quick overview of Elastic stacks like Elasticsearch, Kibana, Beats, and Logstash. There's ELK. Some of you heard about ELK, ELKB. So this is the full form of that particular term, ELK. And on the top of this stack, Elastic has come up with some very good solution. So search, observability, and the security. So search, we have different parts of the search, how we can achieve a different search use case by using Elastic solution. And the observability, how you can monitor your infrastructure, your code, your what can say your container, anything. And in the security, of course, well, if you want to get into the threat intelligence, threat hunting, and kind of things, and it's like a malware detection. So yeah, there is a security. So we won't go on deep depth, but yes, if you have any question, please let me know. We will cover in this talk, and I'll try to get deep down for that particular topic. Demo, yes, I'm going to show you some demo of Elasticsearch Flood so that you guys can, just get started, or it's a kickstart. So you can just do some fancy stuff around the Elasticsearch. And I'll try, if times I got the time, I'll try to give you a observability demo. So where we are going to monitor the local system, and you can with a few clicks. You don't need to install anything, and just a few clicks and few steps, and your observability and monitoring will be up. So let's get started, guys. I think we are generating data today, right? We are living in a digital world where every touch, still somewhere, some folks are on mobile, and your every touch is generating the data. It can be a user agent, it can be a IP address, whatever. Like, in fact, you sending one text or sending one message, it's just not that like 40 or 50 characters, but it's associated with the lots of metadata. Correct. So this is going to be a very vast in the future. Okay, some of the surveys said that by 2025, okay, there will be 480 exabyte data we are going to produce on the daily basis. So now you can assume what amount of data we are going to face, and in that, if anyone asks you to search something from that massive data, it will be hard, right? So that's why there is a real challenge. Like, the content is becoming harder to find. So like, if you're going to search, there is a lots of article you find and lots of data, but the relevant data is still hard to find. Correct. Enterprise IT is becoming more complex, right? So IT operations, let's say finding a root cause analysis, you want to find what is the exact error, where I can find you have a huge infrastructure distributed system, and if something wrong happened in the corner of your system, you should able to reproduce, or you should able to see, or you should get an alert promptly, and you should able to debug, okay, in the with the no time. So how you can do this? These are some real world challenges right now. It's these problems is rising today's world. And of course, there is a threat. You must have heard about already heard in lots of news about the cyber threat, and the uh, what we can say. It's like malware and these kind of things, cybersecurity problems. So how you can solve all these problems? Okay, so this is where Elastic comes in a picture. So Elastic helps the organization to it's give the full-fledged solution, okay, which help for search, observability, and security. It's one stack for almost every kind of problem. Not every kind of, but yeah, we have some specialization like a search, observability, and security. So that's why lots of organization has adapted Elastic stacks, and most like you must have heard about the Elasticsearch. Lots of organization are using, and they protecting their data. They gives the very good insights with the help of the search, and yeah, so that's why you need Elastic, I think. So but why search? I mean, let's be frank, why search? So in today's world, wherever we see, right, like it might be a mobile app, it might be a website, or any web platform, any digital platform, the search is a common feature, if I'm not wrong. Correct. Without search, you cannot even debug. Like, even we need a grep command to search from log file. So search is everywhere, and it helps to find the root cause. Of course, if you got anything, you just go to the logs and you start checking what is the error and everything. Uh, you should get the relevant search result as well. So if any food website, I'm going to search about the matar paneer, and I'm getting the result about the veg kola puri or any other dishes. So somewhere I'm start losing my trust. Oh, something is wrong, right? So the relevance of the search is very important, and of course the scale. Like, as I said, the data is increasing very very fast. So such a massive data, you should able to search the particular record, particular information, exact what you want, right? So that's why where the Elastic comes in a picture, and you can do it. So who are using the Elastic? So I think the Uber, whenever you book a cab, and it shows the cab near available about your pickup point and something, they give this result with the help of the Elasticsearch. Okay, so this is one of the wonderful use case, because Elasticsearch gives the geospatial data, data types, and these things. So you can easily integrate if you have any use case where you are using latitude, longitude kind of data. Please, you can use Elasticsearch. It's gives the spatial data types, geospatial. So the another is a Tinder. I mean, it's a pretty famous app. Just right, left swipe, relevant search, age, location, the everything. You add the filter. It's give the result with the help of the Elasticsearch only. So you can see what kind of use case, how people are using the Elastic Stacks. Whenever you see such a the search field, the search field and this kind of the search bar, there is a heavy chances apart from Google, there is a heavy chances it is powered by Elasticsearch. So one of the best example is everyone aware about this Wikipedia. So Wikipedia search is powered by Elasticsearch. So and how the massive data Wikipedia has, the textual, numerical, of course, and how it's going to search everything, and you getting the desired result with the and on the speed, right? It's not a slow, it's not giving the irrelevant result, and it's searching from so massive data, right? So big data. So you getting the very relevant result from this. So yeah, this is, if you have a use case such like this, I would recommend to give a try with Elasticsearch. So these are the some of the we have clients. I think we don't have all, but yeah. So we the Elastic Stack has been proven successfully in healthcare department, marketing, tech, telco, consumer, public sectors. So a lot of different use cases we have seen, and they are doing very good business, and they have successfully solved their use cases. So also there is some website who are they are using their local language, like English, Hindi, Marathi. If you have a data in a local language and you want to do a indexing or something, it is doable with Elasticsearch. So yes, you can explore more about this on a elastic.co. We have a site, and just find for the user story, you will get it. We have a very good blog, a very good case study. We have listed how people are using Elasticsearch, how big brands are using Elasticsearch. So yes, so let's come on Elastic Stacks. What is Elastic Stacks? How this magic is possible? So Elastic Stacks ELK, which is pretty famous. ELK. So E is Elasticsearch, L is a Logstash, is Kibana. Okay. Let's hold Logstash for some time. So Elasticsearch, Kibana, and we have taken an integration part. In integration part, there is a Beats, there is a Logstash, there is a Elastic Agent, like some other integration we have introduced. So Elasticsearch is something where your data is going to index and store. Something big is happening in Elasticsearch. It's totally stored. Your data is going to store, search, and analyze. Kibana is like a tool which works top of the Elasticsearch. Whatever the data you want to visualize from the Elasticsearch, you can do with the help of the Kibana. You can explore lots of things. We will see the more in a detail what is the the best feature they have. And there is an integration, of course. Integration is like Beats, Logstash, Elastic Agent. We are going to see how they are works and how they collect the data, right? So let's see these all stack one by one, so that you will get the better idea. So Elasticsearch, I think you already must aware about the Elasticsearch, but let me explain quickly. It's a distributed search engine and a data store. So whenever you want to, build any search engine, like if you have a e-commerce, if you have a any app where you want to give the search functionality, so Elasticsearch perform very well, and it solve your all kind of search use cases. So it's a distributed means it's you can make a cluster with the n number of nodes. So the as your data is going to grow, you can just keep adding your nodes, and it will scale, right? So your data will be distributed equally. And yeah, it's a search engine, and some people are using as a data store as well. So we have seen where people have built their whole product on an Elasticsearch, right? And some people are using like add-on, like they just add those data which they want they want to make it available for a search, and the rest of the data they use other technology or other database. So it's up to you. It's up to you. It's just try and test what exact it's fits for your use case. It's of course it's a high available the high available because your data is replicate. It's Elasticsearch create the replication of your data. So you can define the number of the replication you want to create, but default is I think one. So whenever you add something, it will create it will going to insert in an index. Okay, and we have one replica, and that index is going to store that particular data in a shards. So there is a two types of shard, primary and replica. So suppose your primary shards is available on a node 1, so its respective replica will be available on node 2. The reason is, if one of both node, if one get failed, suppose node 1 get fails, so the node 2 will be available, and the replica set, the data, your data will be available. So that's why it's a high availability, and almost it's 100% uptime. It gives the 100% uptime, and of course it's a high performance because all your data is going to index, right? So Elasticsearch maintain the all indexing and everything, and so it's give the near real time search feature, right? So any data you're going to insert in the Elasticsearch, it's going to available within a second, not within a, but yeah, you can say 1 second, of course. Elasticsearch is a NoSQL, of course. So the every data you are going to insert in an Elasticsearch should be in a JSON-based document. So any one record, whenever you insert, we call it as a document because it's a JSON document, right? So yeah, it's you can just dump all your JSON in the Elasticsearch, structured, unstructured, numerical kind of data, alphanumerical or geospatial kind of things. These all data you can just dump it out, and you can play around it, right? So it's a NoSQL, of course. It's store the data, index and shards. There is nothing like a column and rows, but yeah, indexes and shards. Whenever you want to access your data and you want to do some CRUD operation, you want to modify the data, there is a REST API for a query. Okay, it's a REST, the simple get, post, put, delete, and with this there is a queries. The list of the queries is available on the Elasticsearch official document, like how underscore search is works, underscore indexing API, search API. You can perform and lots of aggregation. These all operation you have to do with the help of this REST API only. So which is fast, which is of course fast and good. You can check the official doc. You will get it wonderful description over there, and you can do the all stuff. You can try the stuff with Elasticsearch. Okay, then the Kibana, as I said, on the top of the Elasticsearch is the Kibana. So Kibana, you have to give the endpoint of the Elasticsearch to Kibana, which Elasticsearch Kibana has to connect, and Kibana, from the Kibana you can able to access the all data of Elasticsearch. You can see the all indexes. Though you can connect with the Elasticsearch with the normal REST API as well, right? With the normal curl command and the Postman, with the help of Postman, you can do it, the all stuff. But the Kibana comes with the the beautiful UI, with something facilitate, like it's give the uh, more easy option to access your data, right? There is a console, there is a data visualization. You want to create some admin panel where you want to have some insights, and you want to keep monitoring. Just go to Kibana and create your favorite charts, pie, bar graph, whatever you want. It's totally free, and you can perform all kind of aggregation which is available in Elasticsearch. You can so Kibana is come with some pre-configured dashboard as well. So let's suppose if you want to monitor any technology like MySQL or Nginx, Apache web server, so Kibana already having some pre-configured dashboard. You just have to install that particular beats or agent in a particular host. Just connect, configure with the Elasticsearch and Kibana. It will start collecting the data, and it will send to the Elasticsearch. And from the Kibana, you will able to see the prepared dashboard, and you can see the what traffic is coming, what is the, the numbers, the metrics, each and everything is visible with a few clicks. So in a demo, I'm going to show you how it's going to work. For a developer, there is a special provision, like there is a special option, console and a query profiler. So in console, you can perform all kind of query. The REST query which I explained before. You can perform all kind of data insertion, modification, update, delete, whatever you want. You can perform aggregations, and you can also do the profiling and these things. So I'm going to show you quickly. We are going to do some CRUD operation as well. So let's see. Yeah, Beats is nothing but the lightweight data shipper. You can say it's written in Golang. Most of our beats are written in Golang, and there is a specific beats are available for a specific use case. So if you want to monitor the system, like let's say system health, like what is your RAM consumption, CPU consumption, disk, and everything, you just take a metric beat, right? You want to monitor the networks, all your network of the host. You just install the packet beat, correct? And if you want to like read the logs from any logging, correct? It might be Apache Log Nginx. Just use the file beat, right? File beat is there. So in the file beat, you have to just enable the particular module, like you want to read logs from Nginx, just enable it, Nginx. Similarly for MySQL, Redis, RabbitMQ, whatever you want. Most of the technology is already covered with the beats. So if any technology you want to put some observability over it, so, with the help of the Elastic, so I would recommend first check whether it's a ready-made beats are available or not in the Elastic. Or there is some cases where you have a very custom use case. For that, you can write your own beats as well, correct? So there is a detailed documents are available about the beats, how to write your own beats. You can go through it, and we can check.
Ashish,
Uh,
I think one second. There is one
yeah.
question from Narendra Sharma
Okay.
asking how can we put price and quantity of products in Elastic? If price can be changed, then how can we sync and any complexity? That's what his question is all about. So his question is based on, like, if I
Okay.
change the price all of the sudden, so how can we deal with that syncing and the complexity behind that?
So if you are changing, if I'm assuming you have some data, right,
Yeah.
with the field of pricing, right, pricing and product. So
Yep.
let's take an example. The product is something like a fan, and the pricing is a $10 kind of thing, and you are saying the you going to continuously going to change the
Change.
pricing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so of course you can do it. There is a bulk query, where you can just where you can just hit the query, and it will update the data. There is an update provision as well, and it's like you have to write some system which as soon as you got an event of the price change, you just hit the query of Elasticsearch. So the language you are going to build, it might be a PHP, Java, Node. We have a respective SDK available for the Elasticsearch. You have to just integrate, and there is a beautiful document how you can query, how you can update particular field, how you can insert the data. You can go through it, and you can just do as you do with the other technology, like other database, like MySQL, Mongo, and these things. So yeah.
Sure. I think it answered your question, Hitesh. And yes, I think he had asked for can Austri help. I'm like, who better than Ashish can help with respect to that. So yeah, sure, you can go ahead
Cool.
with it.
Of course, if you have any doubts, please put on chats. We can continue with this discussion. Of course, with the problem statement, and I'll try to help on this. Okay, cool. So we were on a beats, and yeah. So there is a ready-made modules is available. Please, if you want to put some observability or monitoring on a particular stack, so please go through the beats module available, and go through the list whether it's available or not. And in the custom case, you can write your own beats, right? So beats example is like a metric beat, heartbeat, packet beat, file beat. Heartbeat it is like you want to you want to just add a monitor for some URL or APIs, whether they are up or down. So you can use the heartbeat for that. right? So this is how Beats works. It's just a data collector which collects the data from the particular situation or particular use case, and it's that data is sent to the Elasticsearch, and from Kibana you can visualize those all data with the beautiful dashboard, right? Logstash. So Logstash is something is it's a ETL, right? Let's say you can give anything input and you want to perform something, right? Some operation in the middleware, and you can give output anything, correct? So let's suppose I want to read my data from MySQL, and I want to do some operation and I want to insert into the Elasticsearch. So you can do with the Logstash, correct? So it's a collect, pass, and transform logs. So you can read you can read the log file from FileBeat as well. You can read a log file from Logstash as well, right? But again, as I said, whenever you have a such requirement, I would recommend to first check whether any Beats is available or not, and if available, just because it's easy to configure. And Logstash is there. Logstash, there is a 250 plus plugins is also available, which you like. You can have different kind of inputs and outputs. So you can check on an official Elastic slash Logstash URL, and you will get the idea what kind of plugins is available and queue and data pipeline. So, like whenever you have something requirement, just go through that list, plugin list, and check if it is available. Just pick it up and you can use it. Right? You don't go and to write your own something solution until and unless it's a very custom. Correct? So cool. So, like there is a one use problem statement I would like to discuss. So every department, one organization, there's a multiple department like ops, infra, development team, service monitoring, business team, and every team has their own technology for observability. Right? Business team having their different tools. Service monitoring team, they might be using some other things, other technology to monitor how this service is working. Development team, if they want to instrument their code, they want to check how their code is performing, like they have something other. So see, similarly with the infra and these things. So this unnecessarily creates a complexity for the when we see from the top down approach or top view, it's multiple tools. It's hard to get insights from the individual tool and merge it. So Elastic is gives the solution where only one platform where you can observe all these kind of the data, and it's going to store on the central place only. And from the Kibana, you can create any kind of dashboard, any kind of these kind of the use cases, right? So you can just try to create some dashboard, and yeah, I think you can try it, I think. Yes. So I'll try to give you demo of the observability, how you can do it, and you will get the idea. So I think let's start with some hands-on. Okay, let's start with the Elasticsearch CRUD, and just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So okay, I think I missed it, but yeah. Elasticsearch and this all stack are free. You can download them on your local and you can install it. But if I'm going to show you the demo on a cloud.elastic.co, you can create an account over there as well. And we provide the 15 days free trial. So please feel free to sign up, do the all stuff, play with the stuff, play with Elasticsearch, Kibana, play with the dummy data. You will get the idea how it's working. So I'm going to just quick log in with this. Okay, so this is my first page. I'm quickly going to create a deployment. So this might take a time. I'm just giving the deployment name meetup, create deployment. Okay, So it's going to going to take us some time because it's going to create the whole instance, like the Elasticsearch, Kibana, the Fleet, the other stacks, and it will take time. It will configure everything. It will configure the Kibana with the Elasticsearch. It will connect the all integration, and then once it's done, it will give you the take you the on a dashboard side, right? So this is a username and password. You can download it and just keep it for the safer side. If you want to access your Elasticsearch instance or any kind of thing outside of this cloud, you can access all your resources with the help of this credential, right? Which we have downloaded right now. So, sorry, yeah, this is the credential. Okay, let me go back. Cool. I think it's going to take a few time. Until that, if any question, I'm happy to take. Vishwas, just let me know if there is any question.
Yes, there are a lot of questions, by the way. Like,
Wow. Of course.
yeah, I think
Let's.
one person had asked for the elastic. Yeah,
Mhm.
in the ML field. Okay, this is Wilsey Jain. Thank you, Wilsey, for joining in. And how can we use Elastic with the ML models? So I think
Uh,
more of
okay.
the AI approach is also coming in the logging
Yep.
environment that we are talking today. So how is it all
Yes.
taken care in Elastic?
So for ML, we have the already we have a provision for ML. Let me show you. Machine learning for Elasticsearch. So you just enable that particular feature. I'm going to show you once this deployment is created, the particular option. You just enable those machine learning and the all logs. It's going in the machine learning particular thing, and there is a specific node for a machine learning, and it's going to train, it's going to learn, and on the top of it, it's going to give you alert, the about the anomaly detection and the prediction and all those stuff. It's going so it's of course possible. And apart from this, there is a NLP, natural language processor as well, with the Elasticsearch you can do. So if you want to do some the semantic search and everything, so you can do this all those stuff with the natural language with the help of the NLP. So semantic search is nothing but let's suppose I want there is a movies database and I want to search for the let's say the comedy, the term comedy, and comedy can be relate with the laughing, right? Laugh and happy or something like this. So if someone is going to search for laugh as well, it should show the comedy movie as well, correct? So this is something it's simple. It's a semantic meaning, correct? So you can achieve with this. And there is a different section for machine learning only. So your all logs is going to train, going to save with the machine learning model, and Elasticsearch will have like Elastic will handle everything, and you can create the various kind of alerts on the top of it, anomaly detection and these things. Yep. I think we have done with deployment. Yeah, Vishwas, you can tell me any other question. I think I'm not able to see. I'm not able to hear you. I think just a minute. Hello. Eh, Sorry. I think I'm not able to hear you. Yeah, I'm connected with the net, but okay. I think this question is coming. I think Elastic is the only best. You guys, just a minute. Let me check. Can you guys confirm? Am I right? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yeah. Like I'm very sorry. I had a very bad network issue from my side, so I had
Okay,
to
okay. No worries.
just
Yes.
join
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I think yes. I think
Sure, sure,
my
sure.
CTO had a question. Our CTO had a question saying,
Okay.
"Oh, what? I hope I have not missed it. I think it was on the LinkedIn. So the question was on the LinkedIn. So I think you might be able to see that questions, right? I think sorry for that.
Yeah, but my screen is sharing, so I think it's getting like
It's
it's
not
displaying very
available.
low.
Yeah, the LinkedIn just stops the stream for a while. So yeah, I think
Mhm.
his question. I can just share my screen and I can show it, so that
Mhm.
I think it's better that I copy the question somewhere. Yeah, that would be better.
You can just pull my screen out and you can share your screen so I can
Sure. Yeah,
answer
I
the
can do
question.
that. That I can do. So yes, his
Man.
question. I can just share my screen and I can show it. God.
Okay.
Yes, I think. Wait, I have to just
Uh,
share the share. Oh, sorry for that. I have to share
I
my
think
screen.
I'm able to see the comments. Just a minute.
Yes,
Price and
I think.
yeah. Let me go through it. ML okay. How we can use Elastic with ML mode? I think I have answered. Hit Austri. Just a minute. I think is Elastic is only best for the search and data is not changing frequently. Data, it's depend if you are telling for a search only. Yes, of course, it's a search engine, so you can it's always fast. If you are frequently changing the data, you can do it. We have a seen we have seen the use case where people are updating the data and in case like few thousands in per second kind of thing. So of course, uh, Elasticsearch is capable to take such an update frequently. The just the thing is you need to try the approach. There is you have to use the bulk operation for it, and you have to configure the Elastic cluster properly to give the desired output. So it's a try and test thing, but yeah. Um, yeah, after that, Sandeep is there. Hey, Ashish, these days the recommended approach is to send logs in a JSON form only. In that scenario, how relevant log test is? Also, with the file bit coming into the picture, what is the impact on a log test? So, log test is it's the purpose is totally a ETL, but the file beats purpose is just the reading something from the file. So, if you are talking about the JSON log, so I would recommend to just use the file bit for it, and there is a special provision to read a JSON kind of logs. You just enable it, and it will start reading the JSON, and it will going to store the all logs as a one independent record. So you can just easily ship your all JSON logs to the Elasticsearch. Okay, I think there is a discussion is going. The
No, no. I
image
just
is like,
want one more questions because
yep.
he's asking about the white papers here. So white paper in terms of another question. Do we have some recommended white papers in terms of the ES setup?
Mhm.
What all node types should be used in the scenario and scale the data
Okay,
content, data hot, data
okay.
warm, data cold, and things like
Uh,
that.
it's so is it about the data type you are, I mean, like what kind of data type you should store?
Yeah, yeah. That's what he's
Okay,
asking.
so I would recommend like your data should be not that unstructured, right? I know there is a unstructured type, but somewhere you have to structure your data so that you can have insights very properly and quickly. But don't go with the lots of unstructured data, uncertain fields or kind of thing. So there is a probability of mapping explosion, correct? If you inserting lots of data, unstructured data, and you don't know what kind of data is coming, right? First, if you are doing for a logs purpose, you want to collect some logs, you want to put in Elasticsearch, and you want to pull some insights from this. There is an ECS, Elastic Common Schema. You can go to this. So here we have listed the almost all kind of data variable, data types. I mean, sorry, the data types, the field reference. Let me, yeah. So the all beats is built on this elastic common schema only. So you can go through it. There is a spatial data types is available for like a IP address, geospatial data. So and if you're having a data like latitude longitude, so you can do the shape query. So you have to structure your data, and you can choose your data type from these fields. And just a minute, let me, yeah, timestamp message from these things. And these you can go through these. This is a very large list, so you can go through it. Just check about the elastic common schema. I think it will be help to you. Vishwas, I think I am again lost you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think I was on mute. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Sorry for this live show. It's
Okay.
anything can happen. So he's saying about Elastic Stack to visualize logs on the pods
Okay.
running on the K cluster and their namespaces.
Yes, you we having a Kubernetes observability for it. So I'm going to show you today for about the Docker, but the same way you can achieve with the Kubernetes as well. So after this question answer session, I'm going to show you some demo as well for the observability.
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead with the demos now. So let's
Cool.
let's not waste some more time, folks. Let's go with the demo.
Great, great. So please feel free to bombard all question, guys. It's amazing session is going on. So I'm continuing. My deployment is ready. So I'm just clicking on continue. Okay, so it will redirect me to on a Kibana dashboard. So if you are installing Elasticsearch and Kibana on your local, and you have configured both, and once you are going to log in for the first time in a Kibana, you are going to see the same screen. So there is the no difference. Of course, the cloud.elastic.co having some paid feature, but the free software we have, the free version is also enough. Most of the people are using free, and it's enough for their use cases. So you can also install on your local. And if you want to try for cloud, just go and sign up cloud.elastic.com. So I'm quickly going to click here. No thanks, I'll explore my own way. So this is a Kibana dashboard, and yeah, we having this section: analytics, enterprise search, observability, and security. There's a management stuff where you can play with some indexes, kind of settings, configuration, etc. So I'm going to give you some demo on the observability, how you can do it. And before that, let's go quickly here, DevTools. So yeah, this is something I was playing. Okay, so here you can perform your all query, right? I told you that Elasticsearch can be accessible with the help of REST API only. So here is the REST API, okay, and let's say I want to check the indices list. So two indexes are there, and let's create some data. Let's add some data, okay. Uh, Post. Here is the your index name. So I'm index name, you can give anything. Uh, Dog, you can give some ID. So I'm giving one. Let's just adding some sample data, nothing else. Okay. And yeah, it's inserted. So now when you're going to fire this again, cat indices. So we are able to see the index has been created with the name of meter. And let's explore the data which we have saved. So get meter, and I'm going to hit a search query. Here how you can visualize your data, you can just see. So this is your data, like the total, the value one, total of record. This is your data. The index is meetup, ID is one. Score, this score is depend on Elasticsearch having its own technique to to calculate scoring on the based on your search. So source is in the source you will get your whole JSON which you have inserted, right? So let's add some more. I mean, okay, and this time I'm going to change the ID to. So let's do again search. Okay, so both the documents is here, right? Similarly, I want to update something. Let's create something without ID. Okay, so this is a case where you don't know what data is going to come, right? And what is the structure of the data. So you can directly dump into the Elasticsearch like this. So just do the post meter, don't specify any ID, and I'm just going to quickly change your name. Let's say name, it will be Bob. In this case as well, you do whenever you not specify the ID, the Elasticsearch automatically going to create this ID. Okay, which the ID is going to have IDs will be unique for each and every document. So let's search again. I think just yeah. So we have all three all three record here. So if you want to update something, let's say I want to update this document, just the post method is only there. Let's add, I want to update this document with some more information. Uh, let's do this. Okay, and just going to hit this, and let's again search. We have updated this first. So the ID is first here, and this is my document has been updated. So I think someone asked the question about the if you want to update the pricing, you can update, of course, like this. You can just keep updating the document. There is an update query, and there is a post method to update it. And whenever you are using something SDK, there is a method update by ID or update by query kind of this. You can explore and you can do the updation, of course. So the each data you are seeing here, seeing here is index. It's indexed by Elasticsearch. Okay. So what you mean by index? Index is like if I want to search here, let's do some search. Uh, right. Sorry. Match. Um, search. Let's say bio. I'm going to search the here bio designation developer. Okay. So this has came up on basis of my this search query. The Elasticsearch is calculating this score, correct? So how Elasticsearch inserted this data? Is it is it working like something like query? If I say, but this is nothing but nothing like. Okay, so Elastic when you have given this developer advocate. So let me show you. Let me give you. Let's add some more data to give you the example. Next. just I'm taking arbitrary string, okay, and I'm going to insert this in a meetup index on the ID4. So I've indexed this. So let's see the data first and get meetup search. Yep. So here this big brown fox. So it's showing the same string, but if I'm going to perform some search query on this, so let me do it. And the text should be like if I give text quick, it's going to search. I have given the lowercase, but here it is a quick, right? So I'm going to give, or let's say dog and capital. Right? So same data is same. This thing is coming correct. So how Elasticsearch store the data? So then when I given this string, right? So there is a three stage. Like there is a token filter, tokenizer, and character filter. So character first on the first phase it goes to the character filter. Character filter work is just remove the unwanted element. Let's suppose there is a HTML element. So it's going to remove this element, and then your data will become something like this. Okay. After this, I'm showing here only. So this all operation is happening behind the scene, but I'm trying to give you here. And once character filter has done with the operation, goes for a tokenizer. So tokenizer work is to create a tokens. So it's going to divide the whole string into the small tokens. So it's like a quick, brown, fox, dog. So this 5 token has been created, and at the end there is a token filter whose work is to do the last operation. Let's say there is a quick, it will make quick as a lowercase, right? There is a brown, there is a fox. It will make it as a lowercase. It does many more operation, but I'm giving the high level overview. So the actual token is going to create in an Elasticsearch is this, and it's going to store in the index, right? In the index, Elasticsearch index. So whenever you're going to search with the fox or dog or a high, you are going to find this record as it is and quickly. So similarly, if someone add more data with the help of this, with which containing the quick brown fox like this kind of keyword, it's again going to create that particular token and everything. So on the sorry, yeah, on the token. So Elasticsearch is creating an index like for quick is coming in which record. So quick is coming in the fourth record, and someone has already added some data which contains a quick with the ID of 5. So Elasticsearch no, there is a record ID number 4 and 5 which containing the quick token. So it's very fast for Elasticsearch to give the result because it already know who is containing this particular token. So this is how you can create your own search engine with this feature. So let's see if you want to see what token has been created. There is a API and analyze. Okay, where I'm going to give a text. Sorry. No, this is something. So, and if this string I'm going to insert, I want to check what token Elasticsearch is going to create. So just hit this analyze API, and it will give it's quick brown foxes. You can see it's removed the exclamation. There is f. It's become small case and like this. So this is a standard analyzer. Elasticsearch gives the more analyzer like Hindi language analyzer, lowercase analyzer, and yeah, Marathi, English, the language. So if you have a content like this in the local language, you can just use it and you can insert those all data and you can make it search functionality over the top of it. So yeah, this was a quick CRUD. I think yeah, we are running out of time, but let me show you the quick demo of observability. So I'm going to set some monitor, to put the observability on my this system, where I'm going to show you how you can monitor your infrastructure with the few clicks. So I'm going here on observability section. In observability, I'm going to add a metric integration. In a metric, so this is the huge list. You can go through it. All integration is a possible, which is showing here, right, with the help of the Elasticstack. So I'm going to let's say OSN system. In this OSN system, I'm going to choose the system. So yeah, system, correct. I'm going to add system. So there's a three stage. First stage is you have to install the Elastic Agent. So if you have an infrastructure of 100 node, you have to install at least the Elastic Agent in your all 100 nodes, right? So that they can collect the data. After that, add the integration and confirming the data. So let's do it. Installing Elastic Agent. So Mac, I have a Mac. So yeah. So first is download this particular agent. I have already downloaded here. Right, I'm just going to perform the next step. Okay, this done, and I'm going to install it. Cool, it will run as a service and it will start collecting your data. So perfect. So as you've done with the enrollment and installation, you will get the confirmation one agent has been enrolled, right? And then I'm going to click on add the integration. At the integration, it will give you which collect logs from system instances, collect events from Windows if you have a Windows system like this. And I'm going to click confirm incoming data. Perfect. So it will show you, it might be take a few minutes, but it will show you the all data which this agent is going to going to send into the Elasticsearch. And okay, till this data is coming, let me show you the more integration part. Okay, we can go directly management and integration. You can do, I think someone of you asking for the Kubernetes monitoring. Here it is. You can collect metrics from the Kubernetes cluster and everything which container is using. I'm going to show you about the Docker. Let me search Docker metric. So I'm going to add this integration as well. Okay, so here we got the data, and now let's go to the dashboard and see how it looks like. So I'm going to show you metric overview first. So this is a pre-built dashboard is available. You don't need to create a dashboard charts. It's with a few clicks your observability will be up for your infrastructure, correct? So yeah, this is the dashboard is ready. And if I go on a dashboard, I'll show you the another. Yeah, this is a one more dashboard for the same system metrics. Correct. So you can play with this. You can do the also you can monitor, right, the all host, right, all host. So let's suppose if my machine is also Docker is running on my machine and I want to monitor it. So I'm going to add this and Docker metrics on the same way we did, and but here I'm going to use the existing host because I want to add this in existing, I mean this system only, right? So I'm just doing save and continue.
I think Narendra
Yeah.
is asking about, can you describe a little bit more about horizontal scalability?
Okay. Yeah. I think let me just complete this. I think this is the
Sure.
last part of demo, and I'll explain definitely.
Sure,
So
sure.
Yeah, so my Docker Matrix integration I have enabled. Now let's go to assets and let's see the dashboard if we getting any data. Cool. So here's my Docker details, right? So right now let's cross check once. Okay, so in my Docker there's a two containers running Nginx and there's a LAMP environment. I have built it by using PHP image. So both are here, all details are here. So similarly, you can go and you can keep adding these all kind of integration. Okay. And while adding the integration, you don't need to install a different agent or different tool or for different kind of what we say different kind of integration. Your one single elastic agent can can monitor mostly all of the like this all these integration, all these tool and technology. You can set the observability with the few clicks as I shown you. So here we are monitoring the system as well as the Docker. So you want to monitor some MySQL, MongoDB, you can just keep adding the integration and it will start monitoring it. So this is as simple as it is, and you can play around it. There's a lots of things I have not covered, but I think you must have got the idea how it works. So yeah, this was the quick demo from my side. The metric beat is, yeah, I have shown you about the beats, not about the elastic agent. So what is the difference between the elastic agent and beats? So suppose you want to monitor the network as well as a system as well as a MySQL. So we had a different beats for different use cases. With the elastic agent, we have merged all of these everything in one unified solution, which is the elastic agent. You need only elastic agent to get started with any kind of observability. So if you want to get started with observability, I would recommend just install elastic agent, which is enough, right? So let's quickly go to the next slide. Okay, so of course, as you've seen, it's a result oriented. Why people are choosing Elastic? It's a scale, so you can scale with the horizontally scale. I want to answer this. So the horizontal scalability means, let's suppose your data is growing massively, right? You first day you have 100 GB, then it's becoming terabytes of data, petabytes of data. So as your data is growing, you cannot scale your machine vertically, right? You are restricted with the resources. So you just keep adding one node, right? So your data will be distributed. So suppose you have a disk of 1 terabytes, then and it's going to it's going to fill quickly. So you just add one node and add it into the Elasticsearch cluster. Elasticsearch will automatically divide your data into two nodes, so 500 GB here and 500 GB here. Similarly, you feeling okay, now data is more increasing, you just keep adding the data, and Elasticsearch cluster is going to handle and is going to scale without hampering your performance and with the high availability. So this is, I think, what horizontal scalability in Elasticsearch. So I think I have answered this. If you have any question, just put it in a comment. Yeah, we have a very good community support. You can see the various kind of blogs and writers that are sharing about the Elasticsearch. So very good community support we having. So if you want to join with the community, like you can just join with go to the community.elastic.co. We have a different city community, like Mumbai, Bangalore. Probably we having a Bangalore meetup in the next month. So it's already, you all are invited, and I'll make an announcement soon. And yeah, if you are from a different cities like Mumbai, Delhi, or something, you can just go to this URL and you can find the particular user group. Correct. Uh, After that, connect with the Slack community we having, ela.st/Slack. You can just go to here and join with the Slack community. There are experts who can help you with any kind of the question you have, any kind of doubt you have. And for the India, I have started a specific India channel where I used to put some India programs about the meetups, resources like this. So you can just go and you can explore definite all this stuff about the community. And yeah, that's it from my side for this evening. So I'm ready for any other question if you have.
Sure, folks. I think it's the time for you to answer questions. So please go ahead and ask a question. Yeah, I think, yeah, of course, it's a great session. Thanks for that. Oh
Thanks,
man,
thanks.
those
We'll see.
questions. Where can I segregate everything? All right.
Okay.
Hi, Ashish. Okay, I think this has been answered with
Yeah.
the.
K8 cluster namespace. I think, yeah, but if you want, I can get confirmed with this. So let me check with the specific namespace. But you can also go and explore that Kubernetes integration. I would recommend. But let me get back to you on this.
Sure, I think the next question is, can you provide a custom ID when you are doing bulk insert?
Can we provide of course, you can provide the custom ID when doing bulk insert, but yeah, you can definitely provide. But the recommended is don't provide ID because what happen is in Elasticsearch every ID is a unique for a record. So whenever you send a custom ID, Elasticsearch first has to look up in his internal database whether this IDs exist or not, right? Otherwise, it's going to create a new version of your record. So it's totally doable, okay, and you can use the Elasticsearch, the self-generated ID as well. So it's up to you. And if you have a like custom ID, I would recommend just create a one field with a custom ID and you just assign that value to it so that you can perform all things. So, but it's up to you. Both are doable, and people are using both approach. So it's up to you.
I think it's not about even your. I think probably I can say you something like your
Yeah, yeah.
database schema also needs to come in hand sometimes. If you don't
Yes.
have a
So
proper thing
correct, correct. So,
strategized.
so what I shown today is I just keep adding the data, right? So in India, so Elasticsearch is do some calculation and it's predict that this particular data is integer or it's string or these kind of the data, right? But you can define that as well in Elasticsearch while creating the index. What these field types should be, whether it should be an integer, 64, and string kind of things. So you can do it, which is a very good recommendation to do. Okay, but today I didn't get the time, so I have not covered those as well. But you can explore, of course. You can do this stuff. Can we
Yeah,
provide?
I
Okay,
think
I think it's
if you
done.
want to really understand what is it all about, so we have an open source wing where we have a lot of automation scripts written with respect to the Elastic. I think I'll just show the screen now so that you
Yep.
guys can also try contributing for the Hacktober Fest that we are coming up now. So if you see Elasticsearch and Symbol automation is already there. I think there is
Mm-hmm.
Beats here, Logstash, Kibana.
Yep.
Yes, I think you want it. We have it. So go ahead, contribute to us. And I think there's a lot. Even containers are there. So if you want, just go out there. So there's Docker Compose, ELK stack, whatnot. Just go ahead, contribute.
Awesome,
That's
awesome. And we had a meetup plan, guys. We're having a Delhi, Bangalore next month. So I'll keep
posted.
posted on a
Yeah,
LinkedIn and everything. So let's meet.
sure. I think this is an more of a DevOps question. MDTR and MDTA. How can Elastic help
Uh,
in MDTR and MDTA? And
So
are we
these
using
are
it?
something related to security mostly, but I'm not sure how it help with the developer experience. But of course, it's always good to secure your the infra, right? So you with the help of the Elastic Security, you can always detect the threats and malware and everything. So you can go and check the other use case as well. And I don't know how to get this related to developer experience, but I think developer need security as well. So yeah,
Yes, I think how can tools to help in production environment? Yeah, I think great question by the way.
how can tools today be influential in a production environment? I mean, in what context? I just want to know. Like,
I also don't know because I think probably tools ka matlab, I think probably if you
Uh,
have a log stash and things like that, your logging is much more easier and
So of
faster.
course, it's good in production, right? I mean, let's suppose you have a distributed system in like microservice architecture, and you have where you having tons of containers running and tons of multiple nodes are there, and you want to monitor it, right? So you and something is got down. What we usually do, developers, we go and start checking the logs in every machine, correct? We don't need to do that. Let's start aggregating all logs into the center base, which is the Elasticsearch. And with the help of the Kibana, just to perform some query where a log type is equal to error. And yeah, you will get the whole trace where the problem is, where the leakage is, right? And if you are a developer, I have some interesting for you. Just go and check about the Elastic APM, that is the application performance monitoring. So if you are a PHP or even Java developer, you can instrument your code with the Elastic APM, and you can see the whole transaction. So suppose you have some API which consists of some database queries, some third-party API call, and once that hit, you are able to trace how much time this particular query has been taken, how much time this particular third API has been taken, and it will help tremendously to drill down where you are lagging, where your system is getting slow. So you can explore as a developer as APM, which is my favorite. So hopefully I'll have a session in the future. But yeah,
I think APM tools are like the only thing that you require if your downtime experience has to be very good.
correct.
That
Yes,
means
yes.
you need to make sure that even when it's up and running, you need to monitor the logs which are coming up from your entire system. And yeah,
Mhm.
like a lot of things, man. You can't just rely on one tool as well. So I think can you provide more insights on custom tokenizers? I
Okay.
can't. I'm sorry, there are a lot of questions today.
Yeah, yeah, no issue. So the custom tokenizer is is it related to the which I explained today? So you can go this, you can just go and check this. I would recommend this article. So there is a wonderful explanation is given. Let me show you. So there's a okay. So just a minute. I think yeah. So anatomy of and so it's good to give you the insights. So there is a different kind of search analyzer, right? Every analyzer is a consist of these three stage: character filter, tokenizer, and token filter. As I said, correct. So I think what I don't know what is the meaning of custom filter. Just a minute, let me check. Custom tokenizer. But there is a list of tokenizer available. Let me show you. Yeah, tokenizer reference, where you can go and check the edge and gram tokenizer. So like I just give you the quick example. So if you want to implement search as you type, how you do the search on a Google, the first letter you type, it start giving the suggestion. If you want to implement this, use this edge and gram tokenizer. So you have added quick fox, and it will create the token like this: QUIC and QUICK, like this. And once your the end user is start typing this, and it will start giving the result. Elastic is gives the solution where only one platform where you can control all these. I don't know. And Vishwas, something is going on. Uh,
Sorry for that.
yeah, no issue. I assume you were testing something, so I
Yep.
understand. Okay, so this is the example. So similarly, you can go and check. This is the lowercase token filter. So if you want your all data should be lowercase, just use this analyzer, right? And similarly, there is a simple pattern, and you want to store a email address, right? So if you want to store email, use this URL email. So just use this. It will create a token like this: email me at john.smith, and like this. So what will happen is, if someone is your user will become, and he or she is going to search on this John Dot Smith, that this particular result should display, correct? So your search engine is totally dependent on how the tokenizer analyzer you are going to apply, and this is how the search engine you can build for your platform. So yeah, I think I have given you the idea how it will work, Narendra.
I think there's one more question on customer experience. I think that's the thing.
How can help Elastic help in a digital customer experience? It's all about experience, man. I mean, if you get the result like fast and relevant and everything, so your customer experience will be definitely good, right? I don't know what to say, and if you can give in the big context regarding this question, so I can assist you better.
Yeah, I think all these questions are regarding probably the click, like what Hotpot does, right?
Right.
Hotpot is good. Like if you want to get the real time analytics, use Hotpot. It's
Correct.
really good for you. Like it's an open source software, so you can use
Right.
that. Yes, the recording is available. So here's the link I shared it you on LinkedIn. So yes, this is the link. Can you describe? Sorry, Narendra, I have to just leave that question because it's too much technical. So which one is better, Fluentd or Logstash and Elasticsearch? I think.
Okay, so we have seen people are integrated with the Fluentd and Logstash both. So I won't be comment on this because we don't want to to invent the wheel again and again. So something in some use cases the Fluentd works better. Some cases Logstash do better, but it depends what is the use case. So if Fluentd is there, there is an integration available with Elasticsearch. Go and use it, and Logshell is of course there, right? But again, check the beats, check the other as well. Elastic Beats having a massive support for the technology, you can use those as well. Which, okay, I think, yeah, we done with answer. I have used Elastic APM. Thanks, Narendra. How was the experience? I would like to know. I think, Vishwas, I lost you again.
Sorry for that. I'm
Yeah.
always in mute and I just lose. Sorry for that today. So I think you just go to his DM, slide into his DM, and say,
Of
you know what,
course.
APM was amazing. And if you want some more feature, just say him what you want because he's the developer advocate and
Yeah.
he's there for the production team to say that.
Of course, and of course, we having a very good, strong community support. Don't hesitate to come on a Elastic GitHub and create your issue. Any feature you want to suggest anything feature or something like this. Feel free, of course.
That's true. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I know it's Saturday evening. Everybody was so jacked up for the elastic. Like it's a very short notice, but you just guys just
No,
came on to the session and you were an amazing audience. Thank you so much for that.
of
First of all,
course, I must say it was a very good, healthy discussion. The questions, the answers, I mean, answer levels, but yeah, question was very good. So hopefully, I'll meet you all guys in person. So yeah,
yeah, I think that's true, folks. Thank you so much. This is Vishwas Nayan signing off from this session. Thank you so much, folks. We
bye
are
bye.
ending the broadcast.
Thank you.